So E6. Tell me. Obviously, you guys met online playing Clan v Clan.
Yeah.
Leading up to that, though, right? Leading up to UMG California, Anaheim, I think it was UMG California or whatever. You guys had already been like on the road, right? You guys have already been winning. They called you onliners. You show up. You almost beat us.
Yeah.
And it actually shows that you guys weren't on. And that's the thing. Everybody that says people are onliners,
Yeah.
it's just
As long as you have like half the composure you have online, like you should be able to perform
the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all right. So E6, you guys perform super well. What sort of what sort of support system like had to be implemented for you to be able to pursue this? Because your parents saw, the crowd. Your parents saw like the opportunity. Your parents saw that you were being interviewed. Your parents saw that you guys almost beat the most popular team.
Yes.
Not just in Call of Duty. Well, definitely in Call of Duty, but also esports. So they had to have been like, oh, cool. This is this is something's there. One thing that's never changed from what your dad says, and I've spoken to your dad over the years a whole bunch of times. He says, I'm just here for Jordan. If he steps away, I'm gone too, and blah, blah, blah. The amount of support that you guys, your parents, right, gave not just you, but everybody else around you, right? Because they didn't have to fly your crew of flunkies on the private jet. They didn't even have to. They could have just flown you and put you in coach along with your friends and then send them off. They didn't have to pay for their tickets either, right?
No.
Like what sort of...
So... how E6 started was literally because we tried to help the community. Same thing with the E6 Army. It was literally like with all good intentions. And so first it's E6 started because like we heard like, org owners and all this stuff like couldn't afford stuff. And we in Michigan in the scene at the time, a lot of people were not fortunate and they didn't have like all the necessary tools to actually like compete and stuff. And my parents at the time, they knew that I was alienated and I was trying to go full forward with it because I already said I wanted to be a professional Call of Duty player. And they're like, why not we just support our kid? Like who cares about what we're doing as parents? Why not we just help him?
Yeah.
And make something for his people and help his community because we're stepping into his world.
Yeah.
So from there, my parents literally would treat the entire team as literally as if they were me, as their own kids, and try to give them like the best opportunities possible. And that's what literally E6 was literally made for, was to give opportunities to a lot of people that would never get any.
Yeah. And that's facts.
Yeah.
That every single time that I saw some like drama going on between your parents and some random fucking Call of Duty kid, I always got like does this kid or whoever the fuck this is not realize that like they don't have to give you shit, like that you can literally be out in the wild and try to get a sponsorship against people who have a following, against people who are way better than you. So to me that was always like one of these weird enigmas, no pun intended. All right, so continue on with the E6 story.
So from like the first starting, literally like my team broke up because of the stupidest reason. Like literally the story was my dad literally told my team like, you guys got to practice, you guys are not playing. It was right after so we went to UMG Cali, got top 3, and then we won a local
first event.
Yeah,
top 3
first event. And like I was confident before that. I was like, oh yeah, like I'm probably gonna win it. Like you have to have that confidence if you're gonna
of course
play. So we won a $20,000 local, and then Michigan, and then from there we would break up. And it was because, first of all, they didn't like that I was getting a lot of the attention of being like the superstar, and it was never about that for me. I'm just trying to win. Yeah. Whoever's going to shine is going to shine.
Yeah.
And then my dad literally said, it was all the screenshots, and there's proof and videos of it. Like, then they know my teammates were really screwed up because they listened to outside influences, and that's how a lot of teams crumble, is listening to outside influences, trying to break up the team. And they didn't like I was getting a lot of credit, and they did not like, and their thing was I was like they were allowing me to do what I did, which I do agree. Like that's a part of the team. Like everyone's gonna have their own dirty work they have to do, and whoever shines shines. So my dad, long story short, told like we have to start practicing, and they didn't like that he was telling them, and we broke up, and I was sleeping. I didn't do anything. I literally was sleeping when it happened, and I woke up and my team was gone. And I'm like, well, we have appeal. We have it was like season relegation in 2 weeks, and I'm like, you know what, like I guess I just got to play with anybody. And I went to my circle, and I played with Proto and Holler, and we didn't do well. And throughout the entire second half of Advanced Warfare, it was like top 12s and top 16s because I couldn't remake a team that was as much as like synergy and teamwork. Chemistry. And like the reason why we meshed together is because we would literally just play like rats. Like we were legit rat players.
Like all over the place.
Like we were all over the place. We would make the game very chaotic. We would be very selfless, like let people pass, like who cared about statistics. Like we got all top 3, and I was ISKD with like a .96. Mm-hmm. Like all of us went negative, but like all of us were getting impactful, like kills, making impactful plays around the map. And we were playing the game like in the most efficient way. And, you know, then going with a lot of players that didn't really understand because like, I think very, very differently as I try to be really, really efficient. Yeah. And coming in at such a young age, as 15, 16 years old, trying to rebuild that, like I just couldn't. Like I would try so hard in the second half of that game with players that I would try to get them to the same like learning speed and like game plans and all that stuff, you know how it is. Yeah. And it just didn't work out. And so then Black Ops 3 happened, the age range, and I'm just sitting out for a year and watching. And how I look at it is like going from, like, we'll probably get to it, but like every single year, it's like in COD college, like I learned something every single year. And even when I wasn't playing Black Ops 3, I learned even how to like be a better teammate. Mm-hmm. And because I was just watching a lot, and as I couldn't compete, and I was just working on myself because all I think I could play was wagers, literally, because I wasn't 18. Mm-hmm. So, and then from there, I would play a couple online tournaments, and just win those, and then play locals, but nothing too much in Black Ops 3 as I couldn't compete. Yeah. So.